This week, hot chicken, gators, Leo, hurdling, goal scoring, and a little breaking news in Rip Reacts. Stay tuned. It's a great epi. Enjoy.
This week's episode of One Star Recruits is brought to you by 500level.com. The NHL playoffs are upon us. Get all the t-shirts of all the top NHL players on 500level.com. We're talking about the greatest goal scorer of all time, DK, Alex Ovechkin. T-shirts from Marc-Andre Fleury, San Jose Sharks phenom Macklin Celebrini. Mystery shirts for $10 can be had at 500level.com. Get 20% off everything on the site with the discount code DK and RIP at checkout. That's DKANDRIP. 500level.com. Let's go.
Yo, aloha. Welcome to the One Star Recruits podcast brought to you by 500level.com. 186 pounds. I'm trying out this new mustache as I see you and me, Rip, on this beautiful reporting day, 12 noon Pacific on a Tuesday. I hate it. Probably won't last past this week. I don't know what to go to next. I can't go clean shaven. Beard's getting gray and weird. Goatee doesn't fit with a double chin. It's my own issues I'll work out with my therapist, Rip, but I can tell you right now, the mustache not hanging around. You have anything good to say about my mustache? Because there's breaking news to be had.
Good to say no, but my advice was going to be lose 10 pounds, lose the mustache, and come back next week ready to go.
Like a wrestler, like a bulimic, just 10 pounds and out, and I'm back. Rip, that takes me a year and a half to lose 10 pounds, bro. Okay? As a 1-year project. Who cares, though? Breaking news. Like I said, recording 12 noon Pacific time this beautiful Tuesday. Head coach Michael Malone is out. Head coach of the Denver Nuggets. Out. Fired. Quickly before I get there, Rip, because I'm going to forget. I'm going to do a tease and a tie, as they say in the business, if you'll allow me. Would you a little tease and a tie, if you'll allow me, Rip? Here I go. This is just a precursor as a tease for my one-star moment later in the show. I just saw that Cody Bellinger is out for the New York Yankees lineup. This is not the breaking news, but it is breaking news. Out of the Yankees lineup today due to food poisoning caused by chicken wings. Rip, breaking news. So that report is suggesting that my man Cody is out because he had bad wings last night. So, Cody, I've never felt closer to you or any athlete in my entire life. I've never felt seen as I have in my entire life as this very moment, reading that come up in my lovely media news feed. This is a very cool moment in my life. Just I want to take a second and acknowledge that. Similar. Might as well be a professional athlete, Rip. Precursor, stay tuned. Mike Malone. You know what, dude? I'm just going to ask you. So, before I give you the mic, one more thing. Just a little joke. I'm shocked by this firing. And their top brass. I'm shocked by Calvin Booth getting fired, the general manager, and coach Michael Malone. I definitely am. Looking at, though, Calvin Booth, never seen a human being look more like Nick Cage and Mike Brown mixed together. You will not be able to unsee it now that I say that out loud, Rip. It has to be mentioned out there. What the hell? This has Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray bad attituding around town written all over it to me. That's my gut instinct initially. That could be completely wrong. It's just my raw gut instinct. Answer the question that everybody is asking here. What the hell is going on?
I don't know, but it's got to be something big. I mean, you said bad attitudes. To me, it's like snorting lines of cocaine in the parking lot, Calvin and Mike, like something crazy. Because you don't make a move like this on the brink of the playoffs with a championship contending team, the best player in the NBA, and Jokic. 5 days before the playoffs, it makes no sense. It has to be a bombshell, and I think it's coming here soon. Calvin Booth, I remember that guy when he was averaging like 3 points with the Dallas Mavericks 15 years ago. He was a one-star back then. Now he's back to being a one-star now.
Great Washington Bullet, I think, at one time. I mean, if you got a Flair Ultra 1993-94 collection, you can go find Calvin Booth. Take a look. I mean, like I said, that is just a Nick Cage face mixed in there. Somehow, some way, Calvin and Nick Cage are together as one. But it's out. He's gone. So, Rip, you're right. Playoffs coming. Could be a motivator. What do you bring in? Joker's brother come coach this thing? Little player coach action. Maybe they rise up to the occasion. Probably not. I'm already hearing rumblings. The fit is a guy from my past on the Golden State Warriors who's working that ESPN booth like a mofo right now. Bob Myers, this job has your name written all over it. Can't think of a better spot. In fact, if it's not Bob Myers, Rip, I'm worried that we're going to see Joker and Luka out in Los Angeles, possibly. And Denver's going to be back to those Kiki Vandeweghe days, searching for some sort of identity. A big name has to come in here and get this thing right. We have the best player in all of basketball. All of basketball, bar none. Ballers know. This isn't the LeBron conversation. This isn't the MJ versus Kobe conversation. This is just currently right now the best basketball player in the world is in Denver, is pissed off. And while he's also pissed off, he's playing with grace and beauty of a ballerina currently in Denver. 5,380 feet or whatever stupid thing that says on their jersey. Hate that jersey. And I don't know what's going to happen here. So it's the year of crazy shit in the NBA. The soap opera stories really are true for this league, man. I mean, surprising. This one had me thrown back in my seat when I read it. Same thing you did. Same thing with what happened with Luka. Something else is going on. There's something in the water. We like to think that if you look back, I think you'll see a lot of tea leaves were there. I think Malone's been dropping tea leaves, especially on this team, trying to build around a generational talent. Peyton Watson's a one-star, Rip, from Long Beach. You know, I don't think we're getting problems from some young guns. I think it's some middle management issues. If you ask me, my gut's gonna stay here. Anything else, Rip, on this? We can move on. We got to talk tournament. But this is a big deal. I mean, shit, it's happening.
Yeah, like I said, so close to the playoffs. It's going to go one of two ways. I think they're going to get bounced in the first round, or they're going to rally around the interim coach and whatever's going on up there in the Mile High City, and maybe make a run for the title. They're still good enough.
They do have I can think of his face. He kind of looks like a chipmunk face, but an assistant who's been there through all of it. I can think of his face. I don't know his name. No disrespect meant. Something's got to give in Denver. The stories continue. Bring back the ratings to the NBA. The playoffs are coming. It's going to be good. Every day it's getting better and better with the storylines here. So I can't unsee my brokerage account, Rip. That thing got slapped around. Dude, were you a buyer on that bidet? That was the only thing I could think of that my boy Rip was buying that could have been impacted by the tariffs, okay? I was worried about you. That thing might be $700 now. Did you pull the trigger?
Fortunately, we bought it about a month ago, so no tariffs, just high prices from
You beat
Amazon,
the tariffs on your
high
whole
shipping
bathroom
costs.
reno, Rip. That is congratulations. Tariffs are in. Duke is out. Houston is out. Pretty good Final Four. People will say, DK, you're dumb. I did have Houston in my bracket. Shout out to the EDFA bracket. I was the only one with Houston. There was a handful of Florida, the majority of Duke, only one with Houston as the Cougars. My thinking through my whole bracket output, filling out of my bracket, was that Sampson is a terrific coach who's going to get the best out of some amazing athletes. And he did just that. He did everything and more. He squeezed everything dry of that squad. And I want to give him some love. I mean, it was really a great run, and they took out this Duke team. We got to talk about it. I mean, okay, back it up, Rip. Congratulations to Florida. Americans Dong, champions of the Natty. Congratulations to the Gators. 2025 National Championships. This is a hard tournament to win. This is the hardest tournament to win, I would argue. Congrats to one-star Olivier Rioux, a media darling now. A generational media darling. Olivier was now famously, Rip, cut down the nets in the celebration. The only time I saw him at all, the whole tournament, he came out twice and he nailed it both times. He swung both times for the fences and hit a home run both times. Media fucking darling. Big Olivier rolled out, cut the nets without even standing up. Mom, he's 7'9", if you remember. He was on our podcast. We made some good recommendations for deals he should do if you want to listen back. Good shit. Anyway, my man Olivier also had an interview a couple days ago between the great John Fanta and Olivier. where Fanta asked him if he could be joined by any three people of any time in space, history, anybody. He had the whole universe ripped. This wasn't even a moment. Pick three people from Canada or three individuals in who might be Florida. There's just three people in the whole
Did he say us?
Universe.
Did he say us? DK and Rip?
He should have. He should have said anything. But my man Olivier, he stayed strong, Rip. That man picked Leonardo DiCaprio, and that's it. Then he bowed out. He didn't even want two more. Huge Leonardo DiCaprio fan, we learned, took the media by storm. 1-star moment, national championship. Olivier Rioux, big Leo guy, big parents guy. At the end of the game, he was asked what he's going to go do. You know what he said, Rip? He's going to go hang out with his mom and his dad. Man just loves his parents and Leo.
Who wouldn't want a one-on-one with Leo DiCaprio? Shout out to Olivier. By the way, we had him on I think less than a year ago when he was at IMG Academy down there waiting to become a Gator. He was 7'7" less than a year ago. Now they're listing my man at 7'9". Could we get our first 8-footer? I mean, the guy still, his growth plates are still activated. 7'9".
I will be shocked if he gets on the court and could be productive, because he's going to be 8'4" possibly. He's still growing. This man bringing all this juice to the NCAA tournament, man. Way to represent for the 1-stars, Olivier.
Speaking of 1-stars, shout out to Florida head basketball coach Todd Golden, who is from our hometown of Phoenix, Sunny Slope High School, class of 2003, and DK, a true 1-star. Went to St. Mary's where he played guard for 4 years. Wasn't good enough for the G League, for the NBA. So took it over to Maccabi Haifa in the Israeli Basketball Premier League for 2 seasons. Averaged 2.2 points in the Israeli League. Todd Golden, 39 years old. Now he's a national champion. So shout out to another true 1-star right there.
Those 39-year-olds, he did his time at San Francisco too, which is a program that gets slept on for being able to develop coaches. That whole area, St. Mary's, San Francisco, that Gonzaga zone, great development of young coaches. But yeah, Arizona's finest. It went down. A good game by them. I mean, my most shocking player, most watchable player, I texted you a couple times, is Walter Clayton Jr. Just a fun guy to watch. A lot of people say Steph Curry in there, a Damian Lillard mixed with some Steph Curry. That's high praise. High praise for this dude. But you can see it in his game a little bit. He's definitely learned from Steph. I mean, definitely grew up watching him. Ben Gordon, I can see Peyton Pritchard. There's some Peyton Pritchard in his game. So keep an eye on Walter Clayton Jr. Huge offensive plays. He actually stepped up at the end of this game with some defense, which were his issues, if you will. I looked at the mock drafts for him because I was like, what the hell? This dude should be a top 10 just watching this tournament. He's very late first round, actually. Boston Celtics have him circled as a good landing spot there. This tournament popped him up. He was a second or third rounder, almost maybe a G League guy right before this tournament, but he jumped off the TV for me. A lot of fun watching him. I don't know if you felt the same way. Was that just me? You like watching this kid? Well, I mean, he seems to just get buckets.
A lot of people compare him to Steph Curry with his shiftiness and those crazy step back side threes. And you mentioned second or third rounder. Obviously, there's no third round in the NBA draft, so that you're dealing with a true 1-star when you're talking about a third rounder. But yeah, he's jumped up. NBADraft.net has him now up to number 20 to the Utah Jazz. So kind of one of those Steph Curry moves when he lit up the tournament back at Davidson. So we'll see, man. First rounder for sure, I think now.
Yeah, man, really fun to watch. Great example of a squad with Golden working that transfer portal nicely. Not mad at all. This is the model. Coaches, AD, take a look. Elijah Martin, Will Richard. A couple of these guys came in, made big. We're talking a Belmont transfer in 2022, Rip. You know what I mean? You find these guys from FAU, dig deep, Washington State, Cougars. It's where Ruben came from. So not a bad example in the portal era to look at Arkansas and Florida. To look at a guy like Todd Golden at 39 years old, being able to do these quick turnarounds and build like a cohesive team through these transfers. That would be the argument. How do you get a cohesive squad and not just a team of guys, which I think is a little bit what Duke had. A bit. Duke fans, you can now safely put on your LA Lakers and New York Yankees hats. It's over. It was a fun run while it lasted. Another epic Duke Final Four meltdown for for us to enjoy here. Rip, do your children understand Duke basketball and the meltdowns, the moments of lows and highs of this squad? Do they get it?
Not really. I mean, you got to go back 30, 35 years to get the full history of it. And when you're talking about a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old, it's not enough to that they've seen in their lifetime to express it. But every year, Duke seems to come up with these guys. Con Knipple, I think Ryan Russillo said it. He has that Duke face, just that face that's so easy to hate. Obviously, we love Con Silent K Knipple over here, but man, those Duke players, they're always white guys from Wisconsin or Virginia. But yeah, at Duke, man, a lot of people love to see him fail.
I was about your kid's age when the Duke of my generation entered failure. I started noticing though the Duke jacket. That was the same year I recognized the Georgetown logo. It started putting it together. Oh, this is a certain type of person. This is a certain type of identity. This is a vibe of the fans who I started putting it together a little bit more, the same way that I put together that the Yankees and the Lakers fans of the world. You know what I mean, Rip? That's what I was asking. Do your kids understand the douchebags go to these three teams?
I don't think so. It hasn't hit him yet. I got to show him one of those 30 for 30s. We need a 30 for 30 just about that, actually.
All right, that's fine. All right, good. And you're right about Con Knipple, the rebounding king. Yeah, and those blushy teeth. Hey, we'll see you maybe in Portland next year as a Trailblazer, Con. What a fucking landing spot if that happens. That is perfecto. Chef's kiss landing for Con. Count me in for a jersey for sure. Good breakdown by Duke, though. Good mental breakdown. Cooper. Let's talk about Cooper Flag. Rip, just for a moment here. Played very well this tournament. You can listen back to everything. Was nothing but positive. Still nothing but positive for my man. I mean, legacy implications for him, though. Is this something that he's going to take with him through his career? Is this something that he's going to carry on with his career in the NBA and maybe hurt his confidence, slow him down a bit in development? Or is this something that you take in, you pocket, and you just deal with some comments when you're 70 years old, moving through your small town?
Yeah, I think the latter in that one, especially because it was only in a Final Four and not in the national championship game. If it was in the championship game, it might be a little different. But a guy like that, he's about to get paid big, surefire #1 overall pick. Will have a long, successful career in the NBA. So it'll be just a blip on the radar in the grand scheme of things.
How about Coach Shire? Maybe this could be a legacy. This is the type of when kids start making decisions to go to school, this type of collapse sometimes overshadows the history and or the future of this team. Is this something that's going to spring this guy forward a little bit? Could this be the beginning with NIL and Duke? Duke's still going to find the money. They're still going to be great. I was going to say, is this the beginning of what could be a downturn for Duke basketball?
Nah, I think you're reaching. I mean, he came up in that program under Coach K, and probably the biggest thing for him is you got to fail before you have success. So I think he knows that. You look at the recruiting class coming in next year; it's all 5-star. They're not going anywhere. They're going to be top 5 coming into the season next year.
Yeah, these chalk schools are going to be here. Women's, congratulations to the UConn Huskies. Another one every single year, but this is the real deal squad once again. So congratulations, the UConn Huskies basketball team, their 12th NCAA championship win, dominant against South Carolina, who's also super good. Woman, AZ Fudd, Rip, baller. Sarah Strong, baller. UConn keeps bringing them in, backs up the Brinks trucks of like the best lady basketball players in the world. Come on to Storrs, Connecticut. Hate that name of that city, by the way. Storrs, right? Stories?
Big stores, Connecticut.
Storrs, Connecticut. Yeah, it's a tough one for me. But UConn, congratulations. I shit on Hurley a little bit. I was still bitter about the way that he acted in Maui because it's so personal to Maui. I want people to have aloha spirit when they're in Maui, and I maybe went too hard there. Watching this again reminds me, Coach Gino, Coach Hurley. This is a real program. They're going to keep churning it, and it's fun to watch. So congratulations, South Carolina, Rip. Not a fun game, not a fun tournament. I didn't watch really any of it whatsoever. Do you have a #1 draft pick watch coming up here with Paige Buckner to see where she ends up, which is going to be in Dallas most likely with the Wings. They have the number 1 pick. This wow, these Midwest WNBA teams getting all these the white ballers of the world here. Anything to add to this, Rip? You want to do a congratulations? You want to hit me with a who cares? A fun fact?
Just a little sad when Juju Watkins went down. I think that the tournament kind of lost a little bit of its luster right there because it could have been UConn versus USC in the final and the two best players in the sport going head to head, but we didn't get that this year. Juju, I think, will be back at some point next year or in the WNBA. Who knows? She might skip next year. She's a lock for a top 3 pick at some point.
Needed that, actually, as you say that, Rip. That's exactly the swing and the miss that this tournament needed. It was very, very boring without that matchup. And that's what it's coming down to, is 2 or 3 great players in college basketball. The Cinderellas might be done. You know, these eras of Cinderella teams making it to the Elite 8 are going to get a lot harder moving forward in men's and definitely in the women's. I think we're going to see the same 4 to 8 teams over and over and over again. I kind of don't care, but I also care. I want to talk about it because it's a fucking huge record. Alex Ovechkin scored his 895th career goal against the Islanders. So he surpassed Gretzky, Rip, the great one. Stood for 30 years, 31 damn years that record sold. It's impressive. 895 goals. Is that impressive to you? Does it come off? Does it hit you like, damn? I mean, the man's 39 years old. He's still an elite scorer. He's got 42 damn goals this season, and he's been banged up a little bit. Does this check all the boxes for elite greatness for you?
I think so. I mean, anytime you talk about a record that's been around since we were kids, the Wayne Gretzky goal scoring record, and someone breaks that, it's kind of like LeBron breaking Kareem's scoring record. It's a record that stood. They say records are meant to be broken, but this one stood for 30, 35, 40 years. So it's impressive to see that. The couple of stats that I was surprised at, number one, I think he did it in the exact same amount of games or one more game than Wayne, which is crazy. The exact same number of games. And then the other one was that I was surprised he's only averaging 18 minutes a game for them this year. He's not the elite player he was, like you said, but he can still score in the limited time he's playing. So, and they're like the second best team in the NHL. So maybe some momentum for them going into the playoffs.
Legacy wise, some fun cross court comparisons. You tell me, worse, equal, or better than Ovechkin versus Jordan.
Worse than Jordan.
Barry Bonds, Ovechkin.
Barry Bonds worse than Ovechkin.
This is confusing the way that I laid it out. Nevertheless, how about Tom Brady? You taking Tom Brady or Ovechkin? Legacy debate.
Brady had 7 rings. I mean, you can't top that.
Great. I mean, I can't find Ovechkin. How about Usain Bolt? Usain Bolt possibly, or Ovechkin?
Ovechkin greater than Bolt. Bolt was a very small frame period of time.
Cristiano Ronaldo or Ovechkin?
Equal.
Yeah, I probably do equal too. We might take some heat for that one, but yeah, so that's why we don't know where he lines up. Train, where do you think? It's our hockey guy here, Alex Ovechkin. It's a lot of fucking goals, but I can't remember too much from this dude. I remember he was driving a Zamboni in New York at one point in time. That was funny. I remember a Papa John's commercial that was kind of funny that he did. I remember the dude never golfed before, and his first time golfing, he had a fucking hole-in-one. But not a lot of hockey stuff going on with my main man Ovechkin in my memory. Maybe more of a funny guy to me. Funny guy, haha. No disrespect at all, though, meant with that. Congratulations. Shit. 1-star moment of the week. Besides that hockey take, Rip, we all have them. We talk about a 1-star moment. What do you got?
Man, I believe I have 2 Little League 1-star moments left to hit my quota. I think you gave me a max of 3 during the season. I think I hit 1, so I believe I have 2 left, and I'm going to use one right now because it's been a tough week for the Miami Hurricanes. We got 2 losses in a row. DK against top competition. And top competition, I'm talking about professional coaches. Like I'm a 1-star. I'm a podcaster. I work in advertising. I got to go against coaches who do this for a living in Long Beach Little League. Like literally that's their job, is to coach baseball. I'm going against these guys, so I'm at a disadvantage, but You know, DK, I'm kind of sensing that the parents are getting a little restless after these two losses, possibly losing the clubhouse. I need a motivational speech, maybe some candy, some sugar, some water balloons
We got a
ASAP.
Michael Malone situation. They want you out of here.
We got a game Wednesday, and it's almost a must win. I feel pressure right now. I can't believe it, but I feel pressure.
What can I give you for motivational speak? I don't. You're putting me on the spot. I don't have it right now. I'm actually feeling more anger towards the parents for not just giving full support for a good timeout. That's what we used to say for the Warriors, 2005 to 2011. A good timeout. Who cares what else happens? It's a good
It,
timeout. At
it
least you're
actually
outside.
It actually is. Thankfully, we have spring break coming up after our game today, so we have like a 10-day break. So I think time for kind of a reset, clear everyone's minds, and get back going before we hit the playoffs in a couple weeks.
Rip, I just don't like you being defensive either. All right, it's okay that other people are doing full time. Other people are out there putting their heart and soul into it. Rip, no other man's put distributing trolleys at first base. Have you not executed that plan? This was our plan for success.
I think my first base coach left them in her glove compartment or something. They might be melted by now. I haven't seen those things in months. I don't know what's going on.
You
I got
got
to
to
get to the
pivot,
bottom of
maybe.
it.
Maybe we pivot to the softball of gummies for whoever has the best game. It's like an MVP trophy, it's just a big ball of gummies that kids seem to fucking love. Might have to pivot.
Put it right on the base. Put a bowl of gummies right on first base and see what happens.
Just chuck no the ball that they melt together in the car. So just after the kid, so after the game, MVP is Kurt. Great job, Kurt. You got one hit and a steal, and then you just toss them the ball of gummies, and everybody gets jealous. They want it.
I could use a Kurt on my team. Kurt Schilling. We got Kurt Schilling coming on. We need we need a lifesaver right now.
Kirk Lakeup. We need some Kurtz on our team, man. 1 star moment for me, dude. I got another one. I'm doing it. I'm cracking open another fucking bottle of Hang 'em in the Rafters. You ready?
Oh Lord.
So my pregnant wife and I are basically on a mission to eat our entire way through the Pacific Northwest in the city of Beaverton. So naturally, we ended up face to face with Dave's Hot Chicken. If you don't know, it's like a spicy chicken place that's taking over the internet. Spoiler: this one's going straight into the fucking rafters, straight into it. So Kimmy played it safe with like a plain tender and fries, no seasoning. Well, I went for the medium hot sliders with fries. So first off, the crinkle cut fries are actually pretty solid, crispy, fluffy. Definitely not part of the rafters for this place. They were actually pretty solid. But as the listeners know, I have tummy issues, and if it wasn't for this Beaverton fucking food tour and my pregnant wife, I would have skipped Dave's Hot Chicken probably entirely, completely. Anyway, onto the food. The chicken, very dry, and the spice, too spicy. It's fucking loud. Let's just say like medium hot is more like slap me in the face hot to unenjoyable land. And I ended up drowning my slider, which the bun to slider ratio was fucked too, in honey and then their famous house sauce with which people seem to love. Still not really my favorite. Fry sauce, you can call it. And it was a mess and it was all over the place. And it comes with like 4 little strands of coleslaw, which just had it was a bunch of acid. It was like an acid bomb in my stomach and in my fucking lungs, is what it felt like. And by the time I finished, Rip, I knew it was coming. Heartburn, fucking regret, and a sleepless night. And a sleepless night was coming. Sure enough, fucking my morning bathroom trip was reminiscent of like the full pizza and wing binge in 2023, which was another hang 'em in the rafters thing for me. Pizza and wings. Remember, I don't do it anymore. So, and let's talk about these spice levels for a second, Dave. This is so people need to sign a waiver for some of these, Rip, because they have all the way up to like I don't even know the name of it. I just got medium and it was fucking crazy. You're nuts if you're going into the hot, and then they have 3 levels up from that level of hot. So in the rafters, Dave's Hot Chicken, I'm done with it. 1 star moment. Fuck me up, man. Almost ruined this podcast for me. I had to take a hot shower and really think deep about what I put in my body. Again, it took me right back to wings and pizza 2023, Rip. Put them in the rafters. Dave's Hot Chicken.
Cody Bellinger style. How do you know? How do you know it wasn't the fries? How do you immediately blame the chicken and the hot sauce? The fries could have been cooked in some kind of peanut oil. Maybe you're allergic to peanuts.
I'm not. I'm staring trail mix right in the face in my podcast studio as we speak. I had a handful this morning. Rip, I'm not. Okay. What I didn't know was when I was putting down the spice down my esophagus, I just fucking knew heartburn was coming. I just knew it was a bad decision. Not worth it, dude. The kids love it. The kids love fucking spicy Cheetos, all that shit. The Takis, it's in the rafters for me. I'm just done with it.
So Dave, how about trying Dave's with no spiciness, just like
Kimmy
naked?
got that. Just a mediocre tender. Cane's is actually better, if you ask me.
Okay. Wow, one and done for Dave's. Rest in peace.
Put it up there, man. That's it. There it is. Recommendations of the week. Switch it over to something good. No more rafters, man. Something good. What do you got? Rec of the week.
I got a new show, relatively new on Disney Plus. It's called Win or Lose. It's an animated show that focuses on a kids softball team, actually, and it's pretty cool. I think it's 8 episodes, but each episode goes through the perspective of a player or even the umpire. Just helps kids kind of deal with feelings of youth sports, and anyone who has a kid in youth sports, it's a good show to check out. So kind of gears toward the younger kids, I'd say between like 5 and 8. But interesting to see, to make kids think that, oh, maybe umpires actually do have a life outside of the game, or coaches and managers, what goes into it. So interesting show. It's called Win or Lose on Disney Plus. I'm back in. I'm back into Disney Plus, DK.
Boring. And you're done. You've used your 2 little league topics, Rip, for April. And you're done. You're dried out April 8th. Get ready for some new content, listeners. Rip, I can't wait. See what you're going to bring to the table.
What do you got?
Cannot wait, bro. Sorry. 1-star recommendation of the week for me. I'm back in the game. I'm back in it, sort of, but I'm back in it. I'm feeling very confident. After a year and a half of avoiding new purchases, I finally caved this last week and I bought myself a shiny new tennis racket. Rip, dude, I'm telling you, I've never been so fucking fired up, dude. Big thanks to the Players Tennis Store in Beaverton for their demo program. Fun fact, listeners, and Rip, dude, these tennis stores have really cool demo programs where you can go demo these rackets for $20 for a week and really feel them out and play and figure out which one you want. It's very relaxed vibe and chill if you want to go just see if a tennis racket is something in your alley. But I tried Wilson Blades. I tried the Babolat's. I tried the Heads. Pause. The Wilson Clash Y3. I was hitting shit. Rip the T-Flight 2025s. I ended up, after all that, I decided on my purchase. I'm the proud new owner of a Yonex V-Core 100 in beautiful white and sand beige. Why? Why, Rip? Because I need a beautiful racket to fucking, so people don't think about my skills, first and foremost. Secondly, I got a hipster tennis racket. Dude, I got a Desert Vibes racket straight out of Tempe, Arizona. Those days of turquoise, Phoenix Suns colors, Desert Vibes on my racket. And I'm officially a Yonex guy, not Giannis. I said that at the tennis store and I got 0 laughs whatsoever. The guy's like, oh, you could check out the Giannis bag. I was like, oh, from the Bucks? And he's like, what? No, same reaction you're giving me right now. Fucking anyway, I'm a Giannis V-Core 100 fucking tennis quarter. Dude, I look like I stepped off like a beachside resort in Mallorca now, if you catch me. Even though I'm playing at just a city park in Gresham, I feel like I'm at like a rustic beach park in the south of Spain. And I bought the matching bag, 75 more bucks. Some fresh balls. So my 1-star rec is I'm out here doing it. I'm an entry-level player. I'm more confident than ever. And with my new gear, let's fucking play. Hit me up if you want to get a match, okay? Hit me up if you want to watch somebody flail around on the tennis court, but look really good doing it with my Yonex. I'm your guy. 1-star rec. Yonex V-Core 100.
Denny Avdija is going to have some time on his hands in about 4 days here. So I think you could get a one-on-one with him. How do you even find a tennis
Oh,
partner?
sick! That's a excellent manifest rip for the pod. Maybe I'll see him at the Nike Hoop Summit. But what a great networking tool that I have now. You want to go play tennis? We'll see how it ends up. I'm gonna ask it. I'm gonna ask it at least a baker dozen times before my baby's born. So stay tuned to see who my tennis partners end up being. And if you want to hit them, let's hit them. Rip Reacts, hit the music. Rip, I had Denver here as the first question. We already talked about it. It got moved to the top of the docket. Winston moved it up. After anything else that we've had some time to digest about what the hell is going on here.
I don't even think Nikola Jokic needs a coach, so I recommend they go without a coach and see what happens. See if Joker can carry him to a title without a coach.
His brother, maybe. That's what I said. Just let his brother coach.
I like it. Let's do it.
So, video came out of Caitlin Clark. She dropped 22 points in 2 minutes against the Iowa men's practice squad. So, question to you, Rip. Does that mean that Caitlin Clark could drop 15 points on a current NBA team with the worst defense, like Charlotte or Utah?
Oh, boy.
15.
Wait,
1-5 in 2 minutes.
She dropped 22 in 2 minutes?
On the Iowa men's practice squad.
How is that even possible to drop 22
The video's
points?
out there. Don't argue this on the podcast, listeners. Google this. It's on video. You can find it.
Sounds like AI or highly edited, but no, my answer is absolutely not. These guys in the NBA, the wingspans, the leaping ability, no, she would get shut down by even the worst of NBA players.
LaMelo Ball would have to D her up. She might cook him.
He's got long arms.
Oh boy, man. NFL owners do not want players messing around with flag football. Should NFL stars like Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes, Mike Evans, Amon St. Brown risk missing training camp and potential injuries, of course, to chase Olympic gold in flag football, Rip?
Yes, NBA players have been doing it for years. Now that the NFL has some kind of little opening for the Olympics to get a gold medal, there's nothing like it. I hear some of these NBA players say it's the best moment of their careers is winning an Olympic gold medal. So give the NFL guys a shot. I'd love to see Tyreek out there against the Angolans in a flag football game.
This sport fizzles out if you don't have NFL guys. I'm telling you right now. If that's what you want, go right ahead. Without NFL guys, this thing is a flop, though. San Francisco Giants, Rip, got new City Connect jerseys. They feature black tops with psychedelic sound waves, San Francisco style, purple and orange gradients, and a vibe that screams 1960s music festival. You think that these jerseys will help at all? Or do you think that... Wait, what's my question? Oh, yeah. Fashion standpoint for the Giants, hit or miss with the psychedelics?
I think it's a hit. It hasn't been done before. Anytime you can see creative uniforms that haven't been done before, maybe in the minor leagues, but when you talk about the Giants, they have a great fan base up there in San Francisco. They're hitting walk-offs. They're off to a great start. I think it catches on. I like it.
That's the argument now. Ask the Texas Tetas. The argument is, are we getting into minor league zone? Is this minor league behavior? Are we no longer using the correct fonts in the brand guide that was sent out by the Giants in 1906? Have we moved on? Is this fucking anime? You got to ask yourself some questions at the end of the day, Rip. Things are getting crazy. City Connect and the Tetas really set a bad example out here on them streets.
Hey, Tata's jerseys are selling for thousands on eBay. I don't know if you'd call that a bad move.
One-star recruits, Tetas collab coming soon. Dude, now that Trey McBride, two moms, has signed a $76 million contract, he's agreed to stop hurdling defenders. So this trend in the NFL of hurdling, is this going to actually stop, Rip? Or is this something that NFL player instincts are not going to be able to control? Is this like just a rabbit humping?
Yeah, that you can't stop the instinct when you're in the open field and you see a guy going low, you're gonna jump. I mean, any NFL player is gonna do it. If anything, it's gonna increase, I think, because you see these things make the highlights, they make Sports Center top 10, so it's gonna increase, not decrease.
They go low, we go high. Josh Allen, I'd like to see you not do that anymore. Big hurdler. A couple guys who could keep hurdling if you want. Najee Harris, go ahead. Christian McCaffrey, go ahead. Don't care. Jameson Williams, don't really care. Really just Josh Allen. Don't do that anymore. Trey, maybe a little bit, but yeah, hurdling, not as cool. What's definitely cool, throwing us 5 stars, doing a comment. Anything is in play. Help me with Dave's Hot Chicken. If there's a secret menu that I don't know about, put it in our comments on YouTube. It's the best way to help us out. 5 stars. We'll be back next week. Love you.
See you next week.